Can 3-Rex Reaper win a base trade? Can Haas get away with 4 Nexi before the 6-minute mark? And what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? All of these questions and more will be answered in today's episode of StarCraft Today. StarCraft Today. Ping ping. This week we saw the GSL Codas wrap up their round of 16. In Group D, we had Trap, Zest, Armani and SOS enter the group, and only 2 Protosses came out. Trap in first place, establishing himself once again as the number 1 Protoss in the world currently. Zest in second place, SOS and Armani sadly for them falling out. Immediately on the Monday after, only 4 days afterwards, we already had our first round of 8 matches, and Rogue versus Zest. What a banger that was. Zest, with some innovative strategic play, actually managed to get a 2-0 lead. But Rogue came back after a couple of big mistakes, I would say, out of Zest. Some debatable strategical decisions in some of the games. For example, the double carrier versus Overlord speed. Probably not the biggest idea that Zest had in his life. Rogue actually managed to come back with 3-2 and advance on to the semifinals. In the other series we had in the round of 8, Bunny versus Dream. I'm not a massive fan of TVT, but this series had everything. It was high level, it was low level, it was crazy, it was beautiful. Some people cried, some people laughed, and it was extremely entertaining. In this series, we actually saw Dream beat out Bunny 3-0. But game 2, not even just game of the week. This might even be the game of the year, all right? This game actually had... I don't even know how to explain what happened in this game. It was a 3-Rex Reaper. 2 of the barracks were proxied. It ends up in a semi-base trade, a real base trade, a floating command center onto a semi-island base. And in the end, somehow Dream managing to win with 10 Marines against a single Banshee that Bunny micros for 2 minutes straight. Honestly, one of the craziest games I've seen in a long time. And I'm not surprised that after that game 2, that Bunny just, kind of got kicked in game number 3 as well. Absolutely fantastic series and just fantastic game 2. This week of the World Team League, we had round 4. We saw 3 ace matches being played. We had Team Exxon versus Team GP, where the ace match was Special versus Ryung. Special managed to clinch that one out, get a victory for his team. Good Game Gaming versus Team Liquid. Clem take out Patience in the ace match there, after Clem already 2-0'd Cyan. So Clem once again being very valuable for Team Liquid. And finally, but probably the most important one, we actually saw Kaisi Gaming versus Team Envy, the number 1 and 2 of the league, play against each other. Kaisi Gaming fought hard, they tried their best, Solar taking out Creator, Innovation taking a map of Dongregu, but in the end, Maru in the ace match just was a little bit too strong for Solar, took him out 1-0, and actually solidifying the first place position for Team Envy in the World Team League. As always, this week we also had another 3 EPT Cup winners. We saw Cure in Korea take out Solar for those 10 EPT points and also $200 in the pocket. In Europe, skip this part, Hamster. We already knew who won. Once against Clem won. I believe this is 6 out of 7 or 7 out of 8. I honestly lost count, and once it gets counting more than one hand, you guys know that I struggle a little bit. This kid is insane. Beating Hero Marine 3-1 in the finals, 3-0ing in his finals against Shadowne. Like, this kid is ridiculous. He just keeps winning. And I just think the Americans are lucky that Clem hasn't figured out yet that he can also sign up for that one, because otherwise these guys would be in trouble. Oh my god. He is so freaking good. That's not the craziest thing that happened this weekend, though. In America, Haas not only managed to get to the finals by beating Zest 3-1. No. In the finals, he took out Cure 3-1. And he had some freaking games there, my friends. I see Proxy Gates, Phoenix Glaive Adept without any upgrades, working again, just like his 2016 again, the start of Legacy of the Void. He had another game. He built in a game that lasted maybe 9 minutes. I saw a 6 Nexus, I believe, opened up with DTs and just started building Nexi Life. His life depended on it. The greediest thing in the world. I've never seen something like this. You know, they always say the cheesiest thing a cheesy player can do is to play macro. And Haas took it a little bit too far, actually ends up winning that EPT Cup and secures himself 10 EPT points. And for today's zoom in, we're gonna zoom in indeed on Haas, the man, the myth, the legend. First, having his rise to fame in 2014, where he played against Jaedong in the NASL. Game 3 was this abomination of a game. 6 pylons to block the drone pool to try and kill the cannons by Jaedong. Obviously, Haas manages to win that game because 6 pylons is a completely normal investment for a Protoss player. And then throughout the years, we've seen him win with 6 strategies. We've seen him lose unlosable games. We've seen him win unwinnable games. And we've seen him even play in a grand final of WCS Valencia against Cerro, where he gave us beautiful games like this one with a classic cannon rush with batteries behind the mineral line. I mean, who doesn't know it? Good old Haas has been around for so long. He's provided us great memes. He's provided us great joy and many, many tears. And I'm sure he'll keep doing that for many more years to come. But it seems this year, perhaps, he will be able to make a little bit more of a dent into the competitive scene, as he seems to be in good shape. He's looking solid. His macro's looking better. Sure, he's still a little bit wild at times, but he's a dangerous man. He's someone we should look out for. As always, we have lots of tournaments coming up. In the upcoming week, we have another round of the World Team League. We have 2 more round of 8 matches in the GSL. We have 3 EPT Cups, and even the Wardy TV Spring League will continue as well. All of this obviously will be on the TL.net calendar, where you can find out when it starts, how it starts, who it starts with, and where it starts. I think I just said the same thing 4 times, and that's completely okay. That's going to be it for this week, but not before we have a look at the clip of the week, where Clem finds a very creative way to deal with those pesky war prisms.
Il a le droit de faire des tutoriels.
Oh, il le nuke, mec, il nuke le...
MDR!
No way.
Rigolo!
Il le voit ou pas,
Peut-être,
Tekken?
je sais pas s'il le
En
voit.
vrai, jamais
Je sais pas s'il checkera.
Il y a une nuke,
Est-ce qu'on peut passer sur la visite?
Non, mais tu check tes lignes de minerai avant de checker ça.
Zgaboum! Je suis mort.
Ah, le gamin.
C'est trop bien.
Comment s'enlever une épine du pied?
That's going to be it for today's episode of StarCraft Today. And the airspeed velocity of a European unladen swallow is about 11 meters a second, or 24 miles per hour. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.